Hello, everybody. Welcome to Broken Berean. I'm your host, Stuart. I'd like to thank you for joining my channel. This is my first video, and thank you for tuning in just for them to see what's going on. I apologize for the video quality and the settings. As this channel grows, I'll be able to afford new and better equipment, better settings, things like that. But let's get right into it. First, this video is here to talk about one thing because it's so upcoming that I wanted to make this video first. I had other things planned, but life got in the way. But since this is time sensitive, I want to talk about this one personally. So, what we're going to talk about now is Portable Door. Portable Door gets its adaptation. I'm a big Tom Holt fan. Back in the day, years and years ago, my best friend had a copy of a book that was sitting on his desk, and it said, the title of the book was called, "You Don't Have to Be Evil to Work Here, but It Helps." And I was like, this may be the funniest book title I've ever read in my entire life. Can I borrow this? And he's like, sure, but this isn't the first book in the series. And I was like, oh, what's the first book? And he's like, it's a book called Portable Door. I was like, do you have it? He's like, yes. So I borrowed it from him, and I borrowed the first four all the way through, read through the first four books, because I just had to get to a book with that title, just had to. So what I did is I started reading this book, and I was like, okay, this is a book that was basically, it's Harry Potter for adults. So years go by, and three more books come after that series, after that book. And I never got around to reading them just because, I'm started going down this way, that way, and so many other things. And oh my goodness, I forgot about them. But hey, that's okay. Perfectly all right. But now I was thinking about it back in November and come around December, around Christmas time, had a lot of, a lot of Christmas money that come in. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to buy them. And I was like, oh man, they're kind of just trying to find the best deal, and ended up going to eBay and getting the entire book series for basically nothing. Found a seller that was selling buy two get one free, so ended up buying 9 books. Since there's only 8 in the series, ended up getting Children of Hurin by Tolkien as well. And I think the entire 9 books with shipping cost me about $12-13, which is a steal, because now this announcement that the Portable Door is getting an actual adaptation, it's going to be the used books are going to disappear real quick, and it's going to be hard to find them. My best friend who turned me on to this has them all in hardcover, which makes me very jealous, because I'd love to get my hands on hardcovers of all this series, because I love the first 4 books. So let's talk about what we're doing and what this means. I had a conversation about 2 months ago with my best friend, and I was like, hey, check it out. I got all these books for practically nothing on eBay. He's like, whoa, that's a good deal. And I was like, but yeah, I can't wait to start reading these, but things are kind of busy right now. And he's like, man, we were talking, and we're like, man, it would be great if we could get Audible books of this. And I was like, yes. I haven't really done Audible books in a while, haven't done any audiobooks in a while. And I was like, yes, this would be great if we had audiobooks of the Portable Door. So we're talking about it, and then like 2 weeks later, I see this in my Google News feed, and I was like, the Portable Door is getting a movie adaptation. It's not really publicized anywhere. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, this is great. Why is it great? Because, well, first off, Portable Door is the first in the series, so we're thinking, great. So they're not picking a book that's midway through the series. Maybe they have a plan to do the entire series, which also begs to ask a couple questions. What does this mean? Well, personally, I'm hoping this means Tom Holt expands this world. Like I said, I haven't read the entire series, but what I did read was incredible. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Was it the best books I've ever read in my life? No. Are they ones that I'm glad to go back and read again? Absolutely. So let's talk about what this is. This is called the J.W. Wells series. That's what it's affectionately titled. Basically, the entire series is focused on the J.W. Wells company, which over the 8 books, um, which over the times, this is the kind of the business that you go to. Oh, you have trolls, or you want to affect this in the population, or you want to find this magical item. You contact J.W. Wells and or one of these other companies, and you're like, okay, well, where does this J.W. Wells series come from? It actually comes from way back in the day to a operatic play by oh, completely forgot now. Um, but it was I'll have to remember, and I apologize, I completely forgot what. But it's Sullivan and Krantz, one of those old operatic that the Pirates of Penzance, that type of opera. It was mentioned way back, and then J.D. Wells just took it and just not J.D. Wells. Tom Holt took it and ran with it, and that's great. So what we've got now is we've got this series about this company that basically just says, "Hey, we're going to be the opera. You've got a magical problem. You come to us." Um, and Portable Door follows. Well, we've got Paul Carpenter. I forgot his name for the moment. Um, he's the protagonist for the first 3 books of the series. After the first 3 books of the series, he departs. A new protagonist comes in. There's a lot of the characters that are mentioned in the first 3 books that are still on, and I'm trying to think which ones they are. And it's been nearly a decade since I've read any of them, so I can't tell you specifically. But this is the Harry Potter series for adults. Like, if you love Harry Potter, you're gonna love the J.D.W. Wells um, series. Period. It's just good. It's funny. It's British humor, and so you got to be prepared for that. Some of the British humor, it's a little dry. It's a little fun. I love it. It just cracks me up. Sometimes it takes you a little bit. It's not like Douglas Adams or any of those other famous British authors that you like. They're humorous, um, but it is really, really good. And I find that Portable Door is one of my favorites. And I'm going to be rereading this as soon as I'm done with this video because I want to reread it before this video releases, I believe April 8th. I'll have to double check on that here in a second. But this book came out uh, right before the release of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. So this was a great time. So a lot of British people know about Tom Holt. Americans and everyone else worldwide is kind of, oh, they don't really know. But Tom Holt has written a lot of historical fiction, brings a lot of humor to historical fiction, brings a lot of different things. It's great. He is a good author. He's probably in my top 10 of authors out there. Like, I may not have finished this series, but I've read other things like Donut, um, which is really good. Alexander the Great, that was good too. So we've got, well, let's look at the cast here for what we've got for this movie adaptation. We've got Christoph Waltz. Seriously. Has there been a bad movie with Christoph Waltz in it? Or series? Uh, I started the Consultant just a few days ago on Amazon Prime. It's great. It is really good. I mean, Christoph Waltz is just the character. Like, when he acts, he is that character. It's not like someone acting like you truly believe. He's a fantastic actor. I love him. He plays. Some people forget that you can be a great villain and a great just gray person. You're like, are they good? Are they bad? I don't know. Christoph Waltz is definitely one of those people, and I love him for it. He is just a phenomenal actor. And then you have Sam Neill. If you don't like Sam Neill, we just can't be friends. He's a phenomenal actor. Yes, as a kid, the first time I experienced anything I saw anything with Sam Neill was Jurassic Park, of course. So yeah, it's like, ooh, yeah, big place in my heart. But if you said pick your favorite Sam Neill movie, it's not going to be the one you think it is. It's going to be the darkest one you think it is. That's my favorite Sam Neill movie. If you can kind of guess what it is, put in the comments below. Let's see if you're right. But with these two huge actors on this, I'm really in. I'm all in. I'm like, absolutely. Two of my favorite actors of modern day in an adaptation of one of my favorite books series. It's going to be a good one. And they fill it in with they fill the rest of the cast with a lot of minor or lesser known British actors, which is good because Tom Holt's British, and we've got, Sam Neill's Irish blood. So we've got Sam Neill, and we've got Miranda Otto, which is good. I haven't seen her in a lot since the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Repping my Sauron shirt today. But as long as she's not making soup, I'm all in on her for being in this series. So, like I said, with Portable Door, let's go back to kind of what the concept is. Portable Door is Paul Carpenter basically answers an ad for a job. He's looking for a job. So what's he? He's just looking for a job, and he just answers it, and it's kind of like he doesn't really know what it is. It's kind of a bad interview, but gets the job, and he plays kind of like a dunce character. Like he has like someone who just, like if you took someone today and then you just drop them like, hey, magic's real, trolls exist, dwarves exist, elves exist, evil magic exists, demons exist, here they are, let me show it to you all. It's going to be a bit overwhelming. It's pretty funny. And I hope it's in the series, because this is the one thing I can remember from reading this book over a decade ago is Paul just wakes up one day and the Sword of the Stone is in his bedroom. This is hilarious, because it's not like a small sword and a small stone. It consumes his bedroom. And so I'm really hoping this is in there, because it was just a whole funny topic, because he couldn't pull the sword out of the stone, and it's just the whole bit around it is just really funny, and that's really the most memorable thing I remember from the book. So it's going to be premiering on MGM Plus. What's MGM Plus? I've never heard of this. Yeah, you've heard of it. It used to be Epix. What's Epix? Well, Epix was an old series. It was MGM owned property, and now they've rebranded to MGM Plus back in January, I think. February. I want to say it was January. So now Epix is now MGM Plus. Great. Okay. Why MGM Plus? This is a good question. And I did some research before making this video, and I haven't found the answer, because 2 years ago, Amazon bought MGM. So why is MGM's content not just piped into Amazon and ended? I don't know. I don't have an answer. No one's really talked about it. No one online has even mentioned, like, oh yeah, after the purchase by Amazon, it's just kind of just went just right by the wayside. Who does this? I don't know. But the fact that it is not on Amazon Prime fills me with hope. Because if you suffer through Wheel of Time or Rings of Power, you're like, okay, maybe Amazon doesn't have its hands all in Portable Door, which gives me hope that this is going to be a good, truthful adaptation to the source material. That's what I want. I want a good story. I want you to keep to the original story. I don't want you to put anything else into it. The author wrote this, and here it is. Tom Holt is the primary. Tom Holt is listed as a writer on the show, and you've got Leon Ford here, who's also a writer. Leon is a small-time actor. He's written a few episodes for TV series. He hasn't done a whole lot. You may recognize him from other things. Honestly, when I looked at it, I looked at a lot of his stuff. A lot of it is very British BBC centric type of shows and movies, and great. That's good for him. Doesn't mean he's not good. It's just nothing has been just out of character. So like his writing credits, I mean, yeah, you've got some of these you may have heard of. Honestly, I've heard of a few. I think 3 or 4 of these series I've heard of, but I know for a fact that they're all on BBC or Channel 4 in Britain. So I haven't actually watched them. So I'm just like, okay, great. I'm all for it. I'm hoping for a good adaptation. I'm hoping for a good fun time. Good 2.5 hours. Releasing April 7th. Okay. I have high hopes for this movie, and I'm hoping this does 2 things. One, this provides movies for each of this books so far. I can't imagine it not, because it really is a fun series. I do think because that it's not on Amazon and it's on MGM Plus, that it may not survive. It may not get the backing and the funding needed to continue the series. I'm hoping that after this is hit and a lot of people watch it, a lot of people get reviews, and a lot of people do this, that, oh, we're going to push this over to Amazon. We got the Amazon name. It's going to bring in some more funding, more money, and then we get the entire series. And 2, I hope this means Holt comes back to the series and starts writing more about the J.W. Wells Company, because as I've already stated before, the first three books have Paul as the protagonist, and move over to another one in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So yeah, the central theme of this series is not the main protagonist like it is in Harry Potter. Harry Potter is the theme. He is the center of it. This is more of a cinematic universe. If they really wanted the main point of of of, of this material is the J.W. Wells Company and how it's been around for centuries, doing all this magical stuff. So that's what I'm hoping. But we have sad news. Sam Neill's character, Dennis Tanner, is, I do recall, in the first 3 books, for sure. But what does that mean in the long run? Is he? I can't remember the 4th, 5th, 6th, and I didn't read the 5th, 6th, and 7th, and 8th. So I don't know if his character continues throughout the series. But he definitely does for the next 2, for sure, as I recall. I may be wrong, but I do believe he's in at least the first 3 books. What does this mean? Why is this important? Well, this is one of the other reasons I want to do this video soon, is because Sam Neill, over spring break on St. Patrick's Day, saw the article that Sam Neill was diagnosed with stage 3 blood cancer. Absolutely, this is a terrible thing. Cancer is a terrible thing. I'm not going to lie. I've lost 2 family members to cancer over the years. I lost 2 friends this past year to cancer. One who literally, don't mean figurative, literally saved my life. The second was the kindest, sweetest, gentlest man I've ever known. If someone you could point out, be like, no bad should ever befall this person, he would be in the running for it. He was the sweetest, kindest man I've ever known. We've been friends for over almost 25 years before he passed. I miss him dearly. I miss both my friends dearly. I miss my family members dearly. So I'm not saying that I've not been affected by cancer. So I put this out there because when I talk about cancer, I don't want you to think, oh, he's just being, flippant or not taking it seriously, and maybe he doesn't really consider that. But with cinematic universes, with storytelling and things like that, we have to look at, is Sam Neill going to be around for the 2nd and 3rd installments? And I absolutely pray that Sam Neill gets healed by cancer. Cancer destroys not just the person that has the cancer, but everyone that loves them. It's a slow death, and I know people that have I can list about 8 or 9 people I know personally that have recovered from cancer, various types of cancer. I know one that survived blood cancer. I believe when they caught it, it was stage 2. So I don't know what the statistics are for stage 3, but I am praying that Samuel gets healed. Uh, he is a fantastic actor. I, I, my prayer, it would be my wish that no one dies of cancer, that everyone lives to old age and dies that way, just passes away from old age. That's the way to go. Passes away old age in their sleep. I wish that upon everybody, all my friends, family, and even my enemies. I pray for that. But that's one thing we have to hope, and I really do. That what does this mean? That means, well, in the future, if things don't work out like we want them to, if Sam passes away from cancer, there's an easy way to recast his character and continue the J.W. Wells series. I want you to say, like I shared my personal experience because I want you to know I'm not being flippant about this. This is a magical world. And they did it in Fantastic Beasts. The only problem is they didn't explain it. You can come up with any sort of explanation, but I mean, when we went from Johnny Depp to Mads, that was just terrible. I mean, yeah, I get it, but tell us why he looks different. It's a magical world. Tell us why. We know why he went from uh, Colin Farrell to Johnny Depp. We understood why those people look different. Why he looked different from point A to point B, because he was hiding. And why is he doing it now? We lost that, and we need it. We need to not just be treated like idiots. And you don't deserve to know. You just have to know that this is happening and accept it. Give us an explanation. That's what good storytelling is. So I pray that if the worst comes, that's what they do. They continue on the series. If they have to recast Sam, give us an explanation why he looks different. However, now that this is all said and done, I like to think that everyone here that tuned in my channel for the first time to my first video, thank you. I appreciate it. I do know that I do not have the best equipment, the best setting. I'm doing with what I've got. I want to continue to put out content, voice my opinions, to enlighten, to educate, from everything from books, fandom, theology, politics, contemporary life, everyday life, uh, things, how to best utilize what we have. This is going to be a channel for nerdy people. It really is. For geeks, nerds, outcasts, we're here. For the Bereans that were shunned, we're here. I'm here for you. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. I pray that you smash the subscribe, click the like button, share this video. I'm just starting out. I'm going to start producing as much content as I can. I do have a full-time job, so this is going to be a part-time thing for quite a while. So I hope that you have to take the time to help promote me, help share this video out. And if there's something that's in the nerddom, in the fandom, in the contemporary world that you want to talk about, hey, how does soteriology really expand, really impact us today? How does what's going on with Disney completely imploding right now because they finally realized that we keep losing money and money and money and money and money, that, oh, maybe these stories and this philosophy we're injecting to these stories isn't working, and for whatever reason decide to throw their hat in the ring to buy the WWE. Why? I don't know. I don't know how that even benefits the Disney brand, but hey, we're going on, and we got the DCU doing a complete implosion as well, from fans polarized. Yay, we got James Gunn doing what he's doing, and we got Snyder fans just like, bring back the Snyderverse, what Snyder's doing, and you got me that is like, hey, can we just do more of the animated content because it's better than anything DC's done live action wise. So I'm here for all of it. I hope you are too. Please like, subscribe, comment. It means the world to me as I get this channel started. Uh, share this video out to people you know on the YouTube community. Help get my exposure out there. Help me just get the word out there about that we're not alone, and that there are good stories. There is good content. There's good books. There's good knowledge out there. So until next time, I will be reading The Portable Door, an entire JDWL series, and I will be back with book reviews, movie reviews, TV reviews, and everything in between. Until next time, this is Stuart from Broken Berean. Have a great day.